To create an Alert Labs account, go to app.alertlabs.com on your desktop or mobile device. You can also access the dashboard page from alertlabs.com. Then click Create an Account and follow the prompts. On your phone, tap Create an Account and follow the prompts. Be sure to add the Alert Labs app to your phone's home screen. How you do this depends on the browser you're using. To add a sensor to your account with your computer, go to the Properties page and click on the plus sign in the top right. Click Add Sensor. Type the serial number and follow the prompts. To add a sensor with your phone, tap the three-lined icon in the top right and tap Add Sensor. To find the serial number, look in your Sensor's Quick Start Guide, on the box, or the device. Here's how to use your phone's camera to scan the QR code on the box. You've created an account and registered sensors. It's time to explore the dashboard. Before we begin, there are just a few differences between the dashboard on your computer and on your phone. On your computer, the tabs Property, Sensors, Events, and Map are along the top, with the button to add a sensor or property, the settings icon, and the logout button in the top right. The live chat icon is on the bottom. On your phone, Property, Sensors, Events, Settings, and the live chat icon are along the bottom. The three-line button is where you'll find Add Sensor, Add Property, and Logout. The Properties page gives you a summary of each property. If you're looking for a specific property, search for it here. This search field is on the Compare, Sensors, and Events pages. All columns are sortable. Look at the information in the columns by usage or cost. Customize the columns by clicking on the wrench icon. Choose which columns you want to display. To see more detailed information about a property, click on the property name. This is the Property Drill-Down page. From here, click on any of these tiles to find out more about things like minute-by-minute water usage information, hourly temperature and humidity, the status of sensors, and the power at the property. To learn how to get the most out of your data, watch the dashboard video on the Flowy product page at alertlabs.com/Flowy. Let's look at the sensors page. Here you can see a summary of all sensors, power status, signal strength, and so on. Columns are also sortable, and you can filter by a specific property or sensor. The Events page gives a history of all events at all properties. Toggle to see events happening now. The map view is only available on desktop. Zoom in and out. Click on an icon to go to the Property Drill-Down page for that property. Now let's learn how to change property information, customize your alerts, share property information, and change units from Celsius to Fahrenheit, for example. Let's change property information. Click on the Property Settings icon. Click on the property you want to change. All the fields here are pretty straightforward. It's important to include as much information as possible for occupancy, property details, and variable operating costs. Vacation mode is a useful feature that you turn on when there should be no water usage at the property. To get the most accurate water billing insights, choose your units, cost per unit, and your billing period. Notification settings are where you can turn on and off alerts. There's even a master switch that turns off all alerts. Change how you receive alerts, what time of day you want to receive alerts, and which events you get an alert for. Event definitions are different from notification settings in that they customize the thresholds for when events trigger. Until you become more familiar with water usage patterns at your property, it's a good idea to leave these at their default values. Share a property with a person by selecting the property name, then the plus sign. Select by person if you've already added a person to a property. This way you can share additional properties with them. Account settings is the place where you can change the name, phone number, email address, and password of the main account holder. You just learned how to share a property under the sharing settings, but you can actually share an entire account with full permissions by clicking on Account Administrators and click on Invite and type their email address. Read more about what an administrator can do by clicking here. Under Unit Settings, change the measurement of volume, temperature, and distance. Now that you've had an overview of the Alert Labs dashboard, you can learn more by visiting alertlabs.com/support and by clicking on the live chat icon. Thanks for watching.